Okie dokie, people. YouTube. What's up? Alright, this video is a brand new channel that I started, and it's going to be dedicated only to fragrances. I have another YouTube channel. I've had YouTube channels since for about 10 years, maybe longer, and I've collected so many subscribers in the gaming community, in the gun community. Well, not a lot of the gun knife community, but mostly in the gaming community when I first started. I've had a lot of subscribers, but I don't want a lot of subscribers. I only want a select few with like mind with myself. So that being said, I'm not looking for kickbacks. I'm not looking for any corporate cocksucking. I'm looking to be a channel where like-minded people like myself can come to and learn about fragrances and the journeys that they're going through. I've been collecting for 6 months now. I've been into fragrances for all my life, basically since I was 16. I'm pretty old now. I don't look it. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'm pretty freaking old. So with this being said, this is what I'm gonna give you a list of everything, not everything, probably like a 10-minute. I thought about it for like 10 minutes and I wrote it down. Okay, a lot of the things that the do's and don'ts of fragrance collecting that I've learned within this 6 months. And the first thing I'm going to tell you in this video is always be your own man. And by that, you're going to have your subjectivity. You're going to have your solipsistic mentality. You're going to think your way. You're going to do things your way. So, with that being said, I am not trying to deter anyone from being themselves. Let's put it like that. I'm not trying to manipulate you, deceive you, ask you for anything. I'm not asking for donations. I'm not asking for anything. I don't want them. I don't want you to PayPal me. I don't want anything. I don't want your fragrances. Keep them all. I earn everything for myself, and I am a man. So my channel, if anything, is going to be about fragrances, but teach you and help you learn about intention and truth within yourself, within society, within this reality, within this realm, within this dimension. As far as I'm concerned, my perspective, and though my perspective on fragrances are opinionated, my truth comes from a higher place. You can assume where that higher place is, because I'm not going to talk about that higher place. This isn't a religious channel. This isn't a spiritual channel. This is a channel. My YouTube is about fragrances and collecting fragrances and helping you to see the deception in the fragrance community and the perception, the manipulation, and all this other stuff, the corporate cocksucking, the favoritism, the cliques and joints, and what I've learned throughout my journey. So, my first tip, these are tips. You can take it or you can leave it. My first tip is always be your own man. Don't go with the masses, because sometimes the masses, the M in masses is silent. Sometimes. Or actually many times, the M in masses is silent, if you know what I'm saying. So don't follow the masses, because you might just be following a bunch of asses. Alright, so tips for collecting cologne. Number 1 tip, always be your own man. Number 2, do not purchase from any fragrance group on Facebook, okay? Because you're going to get burned. So I advise that you don't do it at all. I've gotten burned twice in these fragrance groups. These people said, oh, I'm going to send you this. For me, I wouldn't trade you. Possibly you want to trade, you want to get rid of some of your fragrances, you don't care about them. That's fine, that's up to you, but don't purchase. And I wouldn't trade anything that I value for anything else. I've gotten burned by a dude on one of these fragrance groups. I'll call out his name later because I don't hide anything from anyone. This dude, I believe, didn't send his fragrances. I never received it. I don't have it in my hand. I've shipped out a $50 Issey Miyake, which I paid retail for. Now I got nothing. I'm empty-handed. And another time, a dude traded me and he didn't give it back. He didn't trade it back. He didn't give me his cents back, and I'll give you his name later. So yeah, the fragrance groups, the Facebook groups, any forums, doing a trade and sending out money, understand that there's consequences. That can be consequences to it. You won't receive what you're really looking for. Sometimes the scents are ruined. They've hit sunlight. They've been in heat and moisture in someone's bathroom, and the temperature fluctuates. All kind of different things. So don't. If you're gonna earn something, you want to collect your fragrances. Collect it with pride. Get it yourself. Pay for it in full. If it's on discount, get it in discount. Get it from a discount site, a reliable discounter site like FragranceNet, Fragrance X. If you're gonna get it from, I advise not to get it from Amazon. I advise not to get it from Walmart. But if you do get it from those places, get it from the company directly. That way, that company can cover your loss if it gets stolen in the mail, if it gets lost in the mail, if it breaks or anything like that. These companies will cover it most of the time. You have to know what to say, and this is where the tips I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you certain tips on what to say, how to get your fragrance, because if you say the wrong thing, these companies might not give you back what you really want. Never blind buy. Always go, or try to. Sometimes you have to blind buy, but if you can't, avoid blind buying anything. Always go to like Sephora, go to Macy's, go to Dillard's, go to Bell's, go to Burlington Coat Factory, I believe. I'm not sure if they let you sniff their stuff. Go to these places where they have their samples out, and you can sniff them or smell them, or the little decant samples. Sniff some of that, and then purchase your fragrances like that. Always try to put your nose on something and test it. Don't just put your nose on it. Don't just get a sample sprayed on you and then say, I like it, I want to buy it. Test it, see how long it lasts. Walk around, like if you're in the mall, walk around the mall for an hour or two and see if the projection, if it still lasts. If you're with your girlfriend, ask your girlfriend, do you still smell it around me? Do you still get hints of it, wafts, waves of it? And that way you can make a decision. Because I did that. I bought Dior cologne, I believe it's Dior Home, no, not Home. Dior cologne, which is the lemonade fresh scent. And I said, wow, I really like this, and I freaking bought it. And what I didn't do was I didn't test it. It doesn't last long, and it projects for maybe like half hour, and then it's gone. Then I have to reapply. So if you're gonna do it like that, always test it, sniff it, test it, walk around, spray it on you, walk around, see if it lasts, see if the projection lasts, see if the scent lasts a long time. If not, don't buy it. Always realize that there is no standard for scent. Realize that scent is very subjective. It's not objective. There's no standard. There is no set standard for a high quality of any scent. Okay, it changes, and it changes from person to person. Your nose may not be the same as my nose, and vice versa. And other people's nose. What some people may get is orange. Some people will say grapefruit. So, in that sense, in that perspective, fragrances do not have a standard. So, when someone says the standard of this is so awesome, it's realize something that it's just their opinion. Opinions are like fucking airplanes, and opinions are just like assholes. And if the world was an airport, there'd be a bunch of fucking airplanes and assholes. Goes something like that. If you're going to purchase something, this is the way I would purchase it according to how I purchased, and I go down the list. I always purchase fragrancenet.com. That's the highest percentage of discount you can have. 37% is the highest I found online. Then I would go with fragrancebuy.com. Sometimes they have better deals. Like, for example, Zara Wanted by Night, I believe for 6 or 5, I can't remember the ounces, 6 or 5 ounce on fragrance. I think FragranceNet only sells it 3.100 mil, and Fragrance buy, or Fragrance X sells it $150 for like $50 or something. A Zara Wanted or a Zara Wanted, and a Zara Wanted on Fragrancenet a little bit higher. But Fragrancenet has a lot of the better deals. Then I would go FragranceBuy.ca, and then Fragrance X. Then I would go to Amazon and then Walmart. I don't recommend Amazon and Walmart, but sometimes they have deals on fragrances that Fragrance X and Fragrance Buy and Fragrancenet does not have. Sometimes a lot of the fragrances are discontinued on these discounter sites, but Walmart and Amazon still have them in stock. Bigger retailer company. Don't buy less than $35. Don't buy cheap, because you pay for what you get. For a lot of times, I regret all the cheap buys that I got, like Cuba Gold. I regret that because it doesn't last long. Perry Ellis 360 Red. A lot of people like that, but I regret it. Why? Because it doesn't last long. It just doesn't last long. It's not worth spraying on me. It's just not worth it. I would have saved my money, and I probably would have had $40 to buy on something else. So know that buying cheap, and if you're trying to collect, realize that you're just collecting cheap scents, and to me it's not really worth it, because it doesn't last long. Period. It just does not last long. Especially my work environment where I work in the kitchen. It's hot, it's cold. I go into the freezer. I go into dry storage and walking around competing with other scents and foods and smells. And these scents doesn't last long. If I were to recommend 3 great colognes, I would probably say get 2 Chanels and a Dior. I would say get Dior Homme Intense Parfum, and get Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, and get Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme by Chanel. You get those 3, that's pretty much, to me. Also, maybe get one of the Invictuses for something really sweet and aquatic, like Invictus Aqua 2018. You get those scents, you're pretty much set for spring, summer, winter, and fall. Those 3 scents. You want something gourmandish, something that smells really good. Get a Terry Mugler Pure Tonka, Pure Malt, Pure Havana. One of those, and then you're pretty much set. Okay. Never ever buy retail. Don't go into a department store and pay full price for something you know you can get online for a cheaper price. Never ever buy retail unless it's at like TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, and Target. One of these department stores, or Alteam, or one of these stores where you see they have a rack full of fragrances that they just basically trying to get rid of, and they're selling it on the cheap, really, really cheap. Then that's when you should go into a retail store and buy something. Other than that, don't go into a retail store like Dillard's or Macy's or any of these stores that are selling these fragrances for like $100. These designer fragrances for over $100, even 70, 80. Go to a discounter, you can get it for 60, 50, 40, and you'll be set. Okay. Always wait until the hype calms down. A lot of times fragrances come out. A lot of times, let me get this. A lot of times the fragrances come out and it's being overhyped. There's an example is Dior Sauvage Parfum. To me, that ain't nothing but a money grab. I already have Dior Sauvage EDP. It's great. It's wonderful. I love that scent. Really good. And now they have Dior Sauvage Parfum, and all these reviewers are hyping this, and here's the thing, I haven't even put my nose on it yet, and I can tell that, number one, it's not as strong as the EDP. They say it's smoother, it's richer. I'm thinking that it's not going to be as great as the EDP, and I can almost guarantee you that it's not. And if it is great, it ain't by much, it's marginal. It's not even worth buying. I mean, unless you're really wanting to collect the line of Dior Sauvage, which to me, the only one worth having is the EDP. So don't wait till the hype calms down. Wait till a couple months, even a year later sometimes, depending on what company. Because some companies like to release only for like a summer, which is bullshit, right? And then some companies they'll release for a good amount of years, like Chanel, Dior. They're good to go. But if it's like a release of Invictus Legend, like I would watch Paco Rabanne because they're good for discontinuing shit. Um, so keep your eyes and ears open. Know what company you're dealing with. If you want it, go get it. If you think it's bull, don't go get it. Always be your own man. To me, Dior Sauvage, I have about 5 fragrances from Dior, from Christian Dior, and I love all 5 of them. Um, it, I love 4 of them. I like Dior cologne, but it doesn't last long. The rest of them I love. I have Fahrenheit Parfum, Fahrenheit EDT. I have Dior Homme Intense Parfum. I have Dior Sauvage. I have Dior Cologne. I have 5 of those in it. Honestly, I love 4, and the 5th one I really like. Let's see. Don't ever purchase from a decanting company because it's a ripoff. Like Scentbird, Scent Split, any decanting companies. There's more. I just can't get them off the top of my head. These companies try to sell you a 10 ml decant for $15 a month. When you could just save up for 2 months, say $30 for 2 months, another $45, right? And you could possibly get you a really decent scent if you do your research. If you go smell certain things, and you can get a whole 100 mil, and you just saved up so much more money. You know, you do the math, and you do 15 mils per 10 for 10 ml, and you get 15 times 100 ml. What is that? How much is that? How much have you spent already? 100 some bucks? Think about it. You're just wasting money. Always keep your eyes and ears open in the fragrance community. And what I mean by this is always keep your eyes out open for deals. Like I actually caught Invictus Aqua 2018 on sale for 31 bucks. I believe it was 31 or 35 bucks on fragrancenet.com. And I got it. And a day later, the sale was done. Everyone had already bought it and purchased it. There was no more to buy, which is crazy. So, don't fall for the hype. A lot of these reviewers, right, they don't want to talk negatively about any fragrance because they're afraid that that companies and people in the fragrance community are going to bash them, which is true. They're going to bash them. And on this channel that I just created, I am going to bash a lot of fragrances. I am going to bash the shit out a lot of fragrances. And this is why I say I don't care to have a ton of subscribers. I'm not here to kiss ass. I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm just here to tell you what's my perspective and what I truly feel is going on in this fragrance community, and how this fragrance community is so overhyped, how they're all licking each other's balls and kissing each other's asses in this fragrance community. I see the corporate cocksucking. I see them. They're all like visiting each other, right, in this fragrance community, which is really, really funny to me, is because what it is they're growing their channel off of each other, right? And always to me, if you don't earn your subscribers fair and square, and you have to like feature your video on a Facebook group that one of the subscribers owns or reviewers, or go to another reviewer and do a double up, team up review on a fragrance, right? And you're both giving your opinions, and both of your opinions are both agreeing on this fragrance, right, all the time. And if you ever notice, a lot of times when these reviewers go to see each other and they're like talking about the fragrance, they both usually just both agree, right? They never disagree with each other. Very rarely do they disagree. And to me, I'm looking at them like, really? And they're growing. Like, one subscriber may have 5,000 subscribers, and the other subscriber may have 30,000 subscribers. And since this subscriber featured him on his channel, all his subscribers go over there and they sub to his channel. And you know what that's called? That's called bitch made. Your channel is bitch made. You didn't earn your subscribers fair and square. Okay. When you have to feature other subscribers and you're trying to get more subscribers via someone else, right? Via another YouTuber. To me, that's called bitch made. You didn't truly earn your subscribers fair and square. It's like pretty much like buying subscribers. And if you don't work for your channel, blood, sweat, and tears, like I've always done, and I pull up a channel, I pull it down. I don't care about subscribers. I pull up another channel, I pull it down. Knife community, gun community, gaming community, controversial videos that I do poems, I do all kind of crazy fishing. I did fishing at one point, and I pull my channel down. My subscriber count grows and grows and grows, and then I pull it down. In this fragrance community, what I want you to understand as a fragrance buyer and a fragrance enthusiast, a fragrance collector, a beginning collector, because this channel is for beginning collectors, is understand that a lot of times these people say these things from a very biased perspective. Like certain people are endorsed by Fragrance X or Fragrance Net or Scentbird, and they have to talk good about these things. Why? Because they're funding them, they're helping them, they're giving them free scents, and they always have to have a disclaimer. They have to tell you that they're being endorsed, and this company bought them Hawass, and this company bought them Blue Day Chanel, this company bought them blah blah blah, this company is pushing. So what they're doing is they're pushing the products from these companies, and they're not giving you an honest review. They're not giving you a truly unbiased review. They're giving you a very, very biased review, a one-sided review. And when you do it one time, you break that rule. You break that moral rule of giving truth from your perspective. You break that moral code. And when you break that, you're no longer trustworthy because you have been bought. You can be bought. But when you're a stand-up person, in this community, in the fragrance community, a stand-up person with character and morals and ethics and honor and truth behind you, then most of the time, pretty much 100% of the time, you will see, if you look in someone's eyes, you will see their deception. You ever talk to someone and you listen to them and you hear them and you see their body movement and they're jittery? You can tell that something's wrong with these people. You can tell, you can look in their eyes and see how fake they are, how real they are. So, what I'm trying to tell you is, be true to yourself in what you do in buying these fragrances. Be true to yourself. Be a man. Because this channel is for men. It's not for women who like men's fragrances. It's not for girls, and it's not for little boys. And it can be for little boys that want to be men, but it's not for little boys that are continuing to be silly and stupid and ignorant and solipsistic. It's not that. This channel is not for them or not for you. So click off. I don't want you on my channel. But this fragrance is for the man in everyone, the truthful man. Alright? And I'm not even talking about a gentleman, because there's a war on men going on right now. And what's happening is now the fragrances are becoming more and more unisex and more flowery and more perfumery and powdery. That's great, but I want everyone who's collecting fragrances to be a man and know where their stance is. Don't change. Don't say I don't know my gender. I'm gender neutral, or anything like that. You're a man. This channel is fragrance and intention. Right? That's my goal: is fragrance and intention, truth, morality, and ethics. Stick with it, people. It's a narrow path, and many times the world is going to try to stray you off on that path. Fragrances is one of the things in life that we can truly cherish and enjoy. And it's being ruined right now by a lot of these reviewers. If you see the clicks on YouTube, you'll see it. So, if anything that this channel is going to represent is bringing truth back to fragrance and keeping truth with fragrance. You notice that these companies are just, every year, they're bumping the price up. Every year, they're trying to get you. They're trying to stick it to you. And these fragrances, think about it. 3 ounces of fragrance for $100, $200 on a designer fragrance sometimes. Sometimes it isn't worth it. Sometimes it's just ridiculous. Like right now, Invictus Legend is $100. It's sad, but it's true. And many times these fragrances aren't really worth it. Not at all. So, I'm going to do a lot of fragrance bashing. I'm going to get a lot of hate on this channel. I always do. Because anytime you speak truth, there's always going to have a lot of hate. Always. That's the polar opposite. And a lot of times when you say something, be ready for the consequences. A lot of people are gonna push back because of their subjectivity, their lies and their deception and their programming. So this is my video. Let me see what else. I think I have a couple of things here. Oh yeah, another tip. Store your fragrances in a nice, cool, dry place. To keep them fresh, to keep your fragrances, preserved longer. Don't keep them in your bathroom anywhere hot. Keep constant temperature if you possibly can. A lot of people can't afford to do that and run their air conditioner 24/7, but if you keep your air conditioner running at like 70, 72, 73, keep it nice and cool, or even moderate, your fragrances should be safe. But if you have it in your bathroom and you're always taking hot showers and you're fogging up your entire bathroom and you're fluctuating the temperatures, most likely your fragrances will die off, turn bad, turn sour. It all depends on what's in it. There's more tips that I could give you. But for now, this is my channel. This is my video. Hope you enjoy it. I hope we'll take this journey together through my eyes, and you can see what I've learned, and maybe it'll help you later. Peace out.